versus Ursa, okay, Ursa is scary if he gets on top of you, sure. But if you position yourself correctly, a couple of Force Staffs, Moonlight Shadow as well, like you have this Timber giving a lot of info going in front anyways, right? I think Terrorblade is the ultimate carry of the game.
Let us see what Ghost can accomplish on this as we head on over into game 2. Ghost and the boys, they know that if they lose this one, not only do they have to beat IG tomorrow, it's not an option, but even then, beating it might not be enough because you have to beat them twice in the regular game and in the tiebreaker. Of course, I'm saying all of this with the expectation that Azure Ray beats Piggy Killer. But then if that doesn't happen, you're still in a position where you have to worry about tiebreakers.
So tiebreakers pretty much no matter what, I feel like, right? More or less.
Yeah, there will definitely be tiebreakers. Whether or not they get played is a different question because there's going to be high potential of like 5th and 6th having the same points and they might not decide to play. But then the 3rd, 4th slots, if all the results go the way I think it goes, it's not supposed to have tiebreakers anymore for the top 4. However, today did throw a massive wrench in those plans. So I actually haven't done the new math. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be wonderful.
IG winning changes everything. And look at Kaka and DY. Like look at this gang squad. Look at these. Lolek and Bolek, if you... Straight on to Shiro, and he's like, yeah, boys, get away from me. I don't want this. I don't want any of this. He's gonna TP probably to the lane, right? Or just walk back. Let's see. Or is he just dodging it? Never mind, TPs, yeah.
I think he was maybe thinking to himself, how long does he anticipate the second support sticking around? They stick around too long and you TP and die, then it's the walk of shame. But once he sees them show bottom, he's like, oh, it's safe. I can show up now. So back to the game. We are off to the races. PSG.LGD 1 game up already. And they've gotten themselves quite a lot of comfort. Obviously, you've seen NTS mid on his Void Spirit. You've seen Shiro on his Ursa. But the big deal is going to be New on his Axe. He had that phenomenal game that almost broke it all by his lonesome. Do you think he can replicate that kind of performance here?
I think it's a solid game again for him, but perhaps a little bit more difficult than the last time. These heroes aren't as easy to jump on. He does have, what's really good about Axe in this game is he also has Ursa and Void Spirit. So Trio Fantastico, they can jump in one after another. So Axe doesn't have to be like this only initiation that you have. Like when Axe is the only initiation, it really feels bad. You want to be secondary, tertiary even sometimes.
Fortunately for him in this game, several other people who will show up to the fight in advance of him. Even eventually this Ursa will buy a Blink Dagger. And Ursas have shown a predilection of just jumping headlong into the fight.
Yeah, of course, sooner than later, right? Like you really want that on Ursa anyway. It's you get some Aegis, you get that Blink Dagger, Basher afterwards, and start making
Speaking
plays.
of this Ursa, you were mentioning earlier that like the matchup isn't as bad as it used to be.
Yep.
And you know, I've actually been seeing even people who intend to pick Timber, they've been leaving Ursas in the pool, or rather banning Monkey King and Bloodseeker instead.
Yeah.
And in this game, so far, JT is having a grand old time into the Shiro Ursa. Like he's full HP, out farming him, CS leader on the map. Life is good for him at the moment.
Yeah, like you said, the lane is much, much better. It feels that way. People are leaving the Ursa in the pool, and for this exact reason, it seemed like, I don't know, if you pick Terrorblade, you don't really ban out Zeus anymore. In the last series, it has been banned out, but in general, like I don't see Zeus being banned out. It's just too much of a liability, not enough damage. We'll see if Ursa. Like the only difference is, I feel like Ursa is still a good hero, even though he doesn't counter the Timbersaw that badly in the lane. I feel like he's still later on in the game. He's one of these tank destroyers, perhaps not in the lane, but later on, it comes in handy.
Absolutely. The Bear has been struggling in the last calendar year in terms of its net worth or its win rate. But in this game, should still be able to perform reasonably well as time goes on. It's getting dove a little bit right now, but there's not a third hero around. And sadly, it's what you mentioned earlier, right? The fact that these Bat Riders We'll talk about it in a second as bottom. We might have something happening on TB. Nice, fine. He's okay.
Well, top lane
He's
as well.
okay.
This Cersei is just ring around the Rosie, trying to get away from Kaka, yeah. And
But I was gonna say that you mentioned it like when we saw Oracle against or potentially into Batrider that you don't counter this hero in the lane anymore, right? And there's no sticky napalm mid lane. While we're talking mechanics, there's a kill that happens. NTS finds himself some bonus gold. Planet's the one that gets the first blood bonus though completely as they bring down Paparazzi on his storm.
Nice little rotation, definitely. Slowing down the storm always feels good, right? Just getting that level 6 sooner, or near mid laner, you'll be able to perhaps get another gank in before storm hits 6. And Shiro, man, can they leave him alone? Like, this is... yeah. Poor bear.
I thought Ursa counters Timberstone lane, not the other way around. The Shiro getting zoned out and killed off by JT.
It's not even...
Okay.
Yeah, it's not even the Timber, so it's the bat. Kaka is just so damn annoying. Level 2 Firefly, he's just flying constantly over the poor old Ursa. He's trying to farm under the tower, but they won't let him. Poor bear. Call Pira.
You know, in the previous series when we got to see this Batrider being sort of held at bay by the Venomous Gale from Veno, like this Oracle, what do you actually do against the new Batrider in the lane? You just stand there, you just watch him, does what he needs, he walks away, he outclicks you, he outwalks you, can outfight you. Just an awkward place to be as a 5 Oracle right now.
Yep. You get Fortune's End, I guess, to slow him down a little bit, right? Like, you can use it as a route, so that Ursa at least gains some distance from him. They are pinging out mid. There's level 6 on Nothing to Say, and they're doing it again. Yep. Blast off.
I want to try and get this kill. Blast off will be there. Do they have the damage to finish this off, though? Paparazzi, very, very low, but the reinforcements have come from Kaka. At the same time, Planet actually gets brought down, and they end up losing NTS. So 2 heroes dead middle. Paparazzi survives all of it. And not the best part is, okay, it almost was amazing, but the Invis Rune did get denied bottom.
Yeah. It was almost incredible. That was... I love that he read that, because we talked about it earlier, right? You know if Void Spirit is going to hit 6 earlier, because the first gank and then techies can rotate in again. He had a lot of Magic Wand charges and a raindrop, which is what saved him.
Top lane, they're going to try kill JT, the first movement of NTS, and his is very successful there. He's like, right, fine, I can't kill the Storm. Let me just go kill all of his allies. Kaka, Wolf, take the Firefly. Cheaper route for him to go home. And it doesn't seem like DY will be caught up to by NTS. Bottom, Storm has made the zip, looking for New. They do manage to catch him out initially, and he doesn't have allies nearby him. In the mid lane, DY does get a quick kill, or gets himself brought down, but they eventually lose New. Took a while, but they get there.
Yeah, this game just got blown right open with a couple of rotations from techies and Storm. Planet actually knows that the bounty... Ah, there we go. He steals the bounty. I was thinking maybe of blasting off, but it's hard, right?
He might still, yeah.
I feel like...
But there's not that much mana on Storm.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
I feel like he could have done it, but he needed to do it first. Instead of going for the bounty rune, he needed to do it. And then maybe they have kill potential. Ursa still running away. I mean, this guy is preparing for some marathon on top lane. He's literally just running laps.
Poor Ursa.
Planet?
Poor Ursa. Planet might end up dead here. Fate's Edict will make this take longer than expected. But it was still expected that the outcome should be his death. Thank God, Planet is dead. So happy. They might find revenge for him, though, as Paparazzi. Fortune's End is flying towards him, does root him in position. NTS, though, realizes that he only has 1 point into Aether Remnant, so doesn't even bother trying to play aggressively there.
Yeah, kind of an even laning stage. I feel like LGD, after losing 2 heroes on the mid lane, they did recover a little bit with the rotation up top. So overall, not too bad. JT is rotating down bottom, though. And I'm wondering, is this a move to take the tower, or will Terribly just go top? Like, that's my question. Because I'm kind of surprised they moved Timber bot. Not sure what the plan is here. I feel like
looks like the plan is nothing, because JT is just going back.
Just go back, yeah. Okay. Because it was a weird move. They didn't have meta. They couldn't take the tower with it.
Yeah.
He
They just go back, keep hitting at a farm fest. But they were smoking up from LGD themselves now as well. And JT is not down bottom, so Ghost is all by his lonesome. He is super dead. And New starting his scaling early with that kill, and they might not be done just yet. Fortune's in, chases DY. Does still have one more leap charge remaining, but could very easily end up dead. However, I think they're watching the last series list. As soon as someone goes into these hidden crevasses around the Roshan pit, they're like, all right, bro, you're fine. You survive. We're not chasing you.
Do you think maybe that was what he was doing top lane? He's diving the Ursa a bit. And Planet has rotated in as well, but yeah, most likely the Timber will survive. I was thinking maybe that was his plan. We just didn't. It wasn't obvious for us. Meta bottom lane, New.
Well, New gets zipped back. He does indeed. The Vortex will be there. Right clicks from the Terrorblade. And Paparazzi able to get a very nice kill for himself there on the Axe, slowing down the Blink Dagger. But that makes sense. Like, if that was the idea, like, force a play elsewhere on the map while that's happening, that could have been cool.
Yeah, break the smoke, maybe that was going for TB, but didn't work in any case.
So something that's going to be interesting about this, Paparazzi is taking us back a couple patches. We've been seeing a lot of different builds on the Storm Spirits, but he's going for the original. Orchid first, baby, after the Power Treads and Falcon Blade.
I actually have seen this a couple of times already on Storms, especially in the Spirit on Spirit matchup. If you're playing versus Ember or Void, it gives you some more kill potential. Even into pucks, I've seen it. Suddenly the puck that's supposed to be hunting Storm is being hunted down instead. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Not only versus Void Spirits, right? Like, it gives you an easy pick-off on Oracle. I think that's what's most important. You can jump him and make sure that you kill him before he uses ulti.
You can also stop the Ursa from using ulti and guarantee kills on him. A lot of utility can emerge from this item, but he'll need to finish it without dying. And right now, LGD, they were smoked up on YE Smile and NTS, but they will not find anybody. And although they got that really nice kill earlier, the tier 1 tower is still extremely healthy middle, so it does curtail some of their movement options, at least right now.
Yeah, they're tipping bottom a bit, like Oracle. This is most likely some sort of a preventative TP, like he's thinking, okay, they'll go on New, so I need to protect him a bit. Meanwhile, Paparazzi is just happy camper farming up.
Everybody's just farming on the XG side right now. And to a lesser extent on LGD. There's going to be a TP going bottom. Okay, it gets cancelled. Dude, there have been so many cancelled TPs this game. People are like, a fight's happening. Oh, wait, no fight, we're just farming? Okay, just chill.
Yeah, teams unsure completely about what their real plays are. It's also because you don't have a lot of plays. Timber, Mirana, Batrider, like, it's hard for them to get a pick off on top lane. Not a lot of stun between them, just a lasso that Kaka could use. So I'm probably looking towards him for the next play.
Has queued up a Blink Dagger. Somewhat of a change up because a lot of these even support Batriders that we see normally buy util items first. But you have JT here to buy the first util item for you. So you can try to be a bit more aggressive. Sadly, nobody's home no matter where he's gone on the map. Got to try and get this money the old-fashioned way here, Liz. Not gonna get it for free off the corpses of dire heroes.
Yeah, 40% bigger map coming into play now. Half of Dire completely on top. Well, Ursa, not half. The rest of them down bottom. But meta has been used, so if you can't find pickoffs, go take down towers, right? Like, you use that meta, you force them to come to you. And DY...
They still have a haste rune on Storm Spirit to try and force a fight, so DY jumping in, they really want Planet. Planet will get hit with an arrow. False Promise will come out, though, from YE Smile. We'll buy him time. And I think they should be able to heal him up. He's okay.
Yeah, TB hit him. Yeah, TB hit him maybe once or twice, so it wasn't really good enough. But if you're Shiro, you have to be careful. And he TPs. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Such good read on the game.
How does he always do that? Shiro's understanding when he always leaves just before a gank was about to catch him.
Yeah,
It's so good.
His understanding of the game and following the enemy heroes is really good. It's like one eye is always on the minimap, tracking all the movements. Like when you're a carry, you don't necessarily have to look at yourself farming, right? Like just A-click more or less and check the map 24/7.
For me, the thing that makes Shiro really, really good is, you know, when you're playing carry, there's always that one extra creep, and you ask yourself, how worth is it to get it?
Mm-hmm.
And he always knows which one is worth it and which one isn't. Even like the juiciest, it looks so tempting. When he's like, rather not, I'll let this one go.
Yeah,
And he's always right.
And he's also rotating in together with an axe that has a blink, so this might be... It's kind of hard for them to get on top of the TB, though. He needs to get closer.
Yeah.
They
He's
can't
way too
find
far
the
back.
angle. Yeah. They can't find the angle there, and
Goddamn bombs! There will be a jump in
hey, what
from the axe, catching DUI.
planet?
Planet, he blast off. He didn't make the full distance, so he ends up stuck on the high ground. Oh no! Oh no!
What happened
Well,
though?
he is techie, so he deserves to die. Blast off.
Yeah, I know, but was that a misclick? Because if he blasts on top of Mirana, that's a kill.
I'm not sure where he clicked. We're gonna need some. Do we have the technology to check though? We shall request a young replay.
I really think he just went on to the cliff and that's it. Because of that, axe just moves back. He's like, yeah, like we can't get this kill. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how it looked to me.
Either way, it's a significant kill, not just because of the fact that they get the free money from the axe, but it inadvertently keeps Terrorblade alive. Now they can put pressure onto the Tier 1 tower. And they got to reveal the Blink Dagger without having to commit any heroes to scout it out.
Yep. They want to reveal the double damage as well from Void Spirit. Maybe if Timbersaw sticks around. He does have Yules. He's not that easy to kill, but New...
Feels bad.
wanted to go for it.
So, no catch just yet. And JT and the boys will just go right back to farming. Mostly unconcerned with how this map is going. They are gonna maybe go fight right now. The first moonlight of the game has popped. However, LGD heroes were right there to see it. So they lay down a sentry, prepared for this maneuver.
Oh,
Axe
the call.
jumped in, the
Yeah.
call misses. Barely is Kaka able to escape that one.
Yeah, that primary initiation hurting them. Needed to be the Void Spirit. And from now on, it's gonna get scary. Paparazzi, he's completed the Orchid. Instantly TP stop, has Arcane Rune as well. And they smoke up. If Ursa shows himself, man, Shiro, you're a
did.
goddamn god.
That's what I'm thinking, dude. Oh my god.
You're a goddamn miracle. TPs straight away from top lane.
Who is this guy? Because it's not that straightforward, right? The Simba is busy poking his head in and out down bottom. So
It
you have an
wasn't.
awareness that, okay, it's probably just him there. We don't know who's behind him. You actually have wards on the map that could scout out who's coming for you. And he doesn't see anyone? And what a legend.
Yeah, now he
What a player.
accessed himself as we're talking about it straight in front before finishing off the Ancients, but yeah, still. TP bottom by Paparazzi on the Twin Gate. Wants to go in.
Oh no, he jumped in onto Timbersaw, so this might set him up to get silenced up by Papa. The Paparazzi knows that going on Axe is not the right call. We need to find the Oracle, and he finds him. Got off the silence. Arrow onto Axe. Axe is dead. And now they really want Why You Smile. Catching him with the lasso to prevent any kind of shenanigans with the false promise.
Maybe Planet
It
as
might
well.
not be done just yet. Planet attempting to skirt his way away. In mid-air, gets used up. They're like, where you going, buddy? All you're doing is providing further food for us. As 3 heroes fall, XG get a very good fight for themselves.
Yeah, nice reveal of that Orchid, which pretty much made the whole fight work, right? That Orchid. He jumps the Axe, Orchids, the Oracle, they kill both of them. Then Techies is just like a collateral right there. Very nicely done. Timbersaw dealing the most of the damage, but Storm Spirit bringing the most of the control.
There's the Octarine now for the Timbersaw. Yule's Octa, 18 minutes into the game. Man, it's gonna be a lot of timber chains and chakrams in these fights, I tell you that. For LGD though, Lizard, what's the plan? At this point, you just lost a couple heroes, but just go farming on the Ursa, right? Do you just keep farming until you get Blink, BKB, and then you go fight?
I think that has to be the call, right? You need the Blink, you need the BKB, maybe even just the BKB, and then you fight. Another thing that you can do is rush. You do have an Ursa, so that's an option. Let's see if they go for that. It is kind of risky. Oh, this is very risky. They know Storm is already TPing top. They're just converging on that top lane. They had a very deep ward.
They need to hurry on LGD side. Fortunately for them, they do have the techies that can give some advanced information. The Roche is at 2,000 health right now. The arrow, though, is going to come forward. It catches, nothing to say on the Void Spirit. Oh, no. He gets lassoed. They lasso the Shiro Ursa. Blast off, though, will enable Direside to still clean up the Aegis, and NCS gets the Aegis for himself. Unable to escape the fight, but he might be the only one. Yule's up now for New, keeping him in the air, not allowing him to go anywhere. They kill him off to get a triple. The only survivor of the fight is this Void Spirit who got the Aegis. But Xtreme Gaming turn up at just the right moment. Perfect arrow from DY, and that makes the fight ever easier for them.
Yeah, 20 minutes in, 10k ahead on Xtreme Gaming. LGD, they just did not expect... They had to expect them to contest this, just not that quickly. And they have the best heroes to move the map fast. You have the Storm, you have the Timbersaw, who are obviously really fast. Storm zips in, lasso on Ursa, Storm jumps in on the Void Spirit. Unfortunately for the Storm, didn't manage to snatch the Aegis, but still managed to kill 4 of them. And right now, they're absolutely in full control of this game.
Yes, LGD, they know that they are on the back foot. They're going to try smoke outside of their base. Force a fight to get them back in right now. Ace June will be popped by Paparazzi, so he can return for this fight. This is not a safe place to be. Arrow will miss NTS, but he's immediately forced away from the area. What do they want to do here, XG? Do they want to sit by? Do they want to retreat? It looks like they will sound the call to leave the area. But still, feeling very nice if you're on the Radiant lineup at the moment.
Yeah. There's absolutely no reason to rush that and fight it. Like, you don't have meta. At the same time, you're playing into an Aegis, even though you're stronger, 10k ahead, you are still playing into a Void Spirit Aegis, so taking that fight would be kind of unnecessary. You can continue farming on the Terrorblade. He's getting closer and closer to a full butterfly. 21 minutes in, Manta, Dragonlance, and Eagle Song. Like,
Wow.
yeah, he's living life, and he's not even the highest net worth on his team.
Nope. He is not. Paparazzi was also not highest net worth, but he's going to do his best to close the gap as he brings down Planet all by his lonesome. Decent chunk of gold for the Storm. That'll bring him closer towards having the Sanj and Kaya, opting against getting a BKB for this game. And honestly, can't really blame him. This game right now for LGD, certainly not where they wanted it to be. And because of how badly things have gone, they also find themselves still lacking the Blink Dagger for Ursa. So we still have the situation where Axe is the primary jumper. And NTS, he's honestly feeling hella squishy recently. So I don't even know if he honestly doesn't even want to be in these fights. He's like, you boys go in, I'll come in after everything is said and done.
I don't know if he's feeling that squishy or if he's just not making plays. Like, I haven't seen him do a lot this game. Even though he's done everything for his team. Kaka, there you go. Instantly, he makes me shut up. By the way, he's been a part of every single kill they've had. So 3 kills, 2 assists out of 5 kills that they've got. But it's still not a lot. That's the point. Like, they just haven't made so many plays on the side of LGD.
Now, that sounds so impressive when you say it. He's been a part of every kill. How many are there? 5. Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
What is interesting, though, because we gave him MVP last game, right? At this moment, I think he's been involved in like 93% of all their kills across both games. Good man.
Yeah, impressive from him. At the same time, he's playing these playmaking types, right, from the mid lane. So, to be expected from a player of his caliber. They smoked up, they moved around, but they didn't really want to go on him. They smoke again. Actually, it was Moonlight Shadow before. Now they smoke up. If
They also
they,
have a Blink Dagger from Kaka to reveal for this.
yeah. They're positioned kind of well, but there's a ward that literally is on top of Why You Smile.
Oh my god, New jumped away from the lasso. Kaka will still be able to lasso him, but he does end up dead fairly early on. Why You Smile, though, killed off quite quickly. And look at this, Hero is isolated from the rest of his team. He ults into the air. There's 4 heroes around him, and the rest of the lineup has just abandoned their carry. They have no way to come back and help him. Oh my goodness. And they even brought back on Oracle, hoping that he'd be able to get there in time, but he just was not able to do so.
Yeah, he bought back. And in any other circumstance, that would be amazing, but he didn't have a TP. So he could, like, there was a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane, but he couldn't TP to it. It was still on like 15 seconds cooldown. Extremely unfortunate for him. Nothing to say, glimmered up, thinking about going for JT.
Not gonna find anything, sadly. They just have to back off, as the Aegis does now get reclaimed. Now we begin the counter until we see Roshan again. For LGD, you know, yes, they have Manta on the Void Spirit. They have BKB on Ursa, but it's Paparazzi Storm. Doesn't actually have to address them whatsoever. Like you said, he just picks off Oracle. The rest of his squad will handle the rest. Rough game right now for PSG.LGD, and unfortunately for them as well, it's not like they are the ones that have Terrorblade. It would be one thing if XG had the Ursa. This is what their game looks like right now, but at least they have Terrorblade to farm for later. With LGD being the ones that have the TB, when you're behind TB and net worth by a full item, I don't care how good you can be when you get on his face, you're just not winning in the team fight.
Yeah, he's got that butterfly that we mentioned earlier, and now he's almost completed the Skadi as well, halfway through. Exactly, like the heroes on the LGD side are more pick-off early game, snowball-oriented. They don't scale as well. But you do have Void Spirit and Ursa. Maybe that's something, like Void Spirit getting that Linken's. We'll have it completed soon.
Linken's will certainly make a difference. Kaka won't be able to catch him. Storm Spirit won't be able to catch him. But it doesn't make his game completely free. He can still get tagged by an errant arrow somewhere. And then from there, they turn it into an opportunity to jump him.
Yeah.
Top lane, I think New is dead. On the axe. Oh.
Nice blink.
Let's see what you've got, Bay. Let's see. What a player. He's actually going to live.
Nicely done. It's also the new map, right? Nothing to say, though. He gets jumped on mid lane. But
Does indeed. Will he die is the question. The silence is there from the Orchid.
Yeah.
But with Oracle being nearby, there's no way they get that kill. He survived even before the Oracle, but with Wily Smile here, he should be 100% fine.
There was a TP coming through from Timber. Like, he was TPing on the creep, but nothing to say. With Manta Illusions, he killed the creep while Storm was hitting him.
Nice.
So Timber doesn't rotate in, and there wasn't enough damage to kill him off. Nicely done by him.
Nicely done by him indeed, but overall, LGD just not finding anything reasonable on the map. They still only have 6 kills to their name. It feels like they haven't played past the river in like 10 minutes. They've just been on this side. The best they can do is push up a little bit down through bottom, but the moment 1 or 2 heroes from XG show up, they need to leave again. And they're in danger of getting pushed high ground top.
Yeah, it's like you click on the Ursa, he's got something, like he can kind of put on a fight, right? Put up a fight, but then you click on Terrorblade and you're like, yeah, no. Better not. Skadi, Butterfly, Manta, Dragonlance. See, this man is almost complete.
He gets some bonus gold from a fight bottom. Could he get closer to complete? Oh no, Shiro showed himself after Wily Smile already left. Oh no, Shiro, no! He canceled his own TP. He knows what's up though. He knows what it is.
Yeah, run.
They're chasing him.
He's running though, he's
you
fast.
Can do it, Shiro. You've got blink in 6 seconds.
No watcher.
Do they have vision? No watcher. Oh no, JT saw him. JT got the Yules out, disables the blink dagger. He will pop the BKB. But here come the reinforcements. But the blink again, Shiro God. Even if he loses this game, make this man MVP, because XG really having a hard time tracking down this little bear.
Yeah, incredible. Really, really nicely done. Not a lot of catch as well, I guess, on XG, but he escapes. Even though there's a storm against you, he still manages to run away. Yeah, bears are fast. Be careful. And they can run real fast, and they can climb trees, so be careful with that. If you encounter one in the wild.
If you encounter one, do not challenge it to a race. You will lose. Unless you race for pink slips, then it's fine. This game, though, Shiro and the gang 15k behind, and yes, the bear doesn't die, and that definitely keeps the game going, but it doesn't necessarily improve their own odds of winning it. Roshan is going to be respawning again in 80 seconds. It doesn't seem like LGD are well positioned to contest against it, although they're trying down bottom. Smile is doing his utmost. He's getting some advanced vision out. And he did this before the Timber came through the Twin Gate, so he's presumably also going to be able to escape with his life.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So basically right now they tried to get a couple of pickoffs on Xtreme Gaming, right? And it didn't work out, it failed. But they're in no rush, and I don't think that they feel too threatened. All they have to do is just wait around the rush pit. Once it has respawn, take that and force high ground. That should be the gameplay. Now the question is, can LGD actually contest that? There's a nice rune. Maybe this will bait them in. There's a DD top. With the DD, maybe you can think about contesting the pit.
Speaking of runes, there's a wisdom rune unpicked up on the top side of the map. Might seem slightly insignificant, but it will mean that Kaka not gonna have more levels, more points into these talents, especially this knockback one. So annoying when there's not that many stuns. And here's Roshan. It's gonna be free Aegis cheese for them.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, nothing to say. Uses that time, pops the DD. He's on top, tier 1. Isn't really interested in contesting it or trying to snatch it. He's finding farm. I feel like, we're talking about Ursa a lot and how much he'll be able to do in these fights, but like maybe it's on nothing to say. Like he's got a lot. He's almost completed a small crit. Manta, Lincoln Sphere, Echo Saber. He hits hard.
Yeah. That he certainly does. That he certainly does. Has an enchanted quiver on top of all of this as well. Very scary. But right now, XG, they are taking the advice that apes together strong, and they just stick around as a unit and take the tier 2 tower quite easily. Not much that LGD can do to contest against this. And they should be able to do the same to the tier 2 tower in the mid lane. So they're slowly but surely just losing access to their map. And Storm's actually going to go try and find something top. He zips in. Paparazzi will actually come across Smile. Does he have the vision for this one? Drags him back, and he does have the gem. And Smile will be dead for sure.
Only
Tries to TP out, but Kaka is here with the lasso. Make sure that the false promise, when it pops as well, will just burst through Smile.
Yeah, but look at it.
It's very fair. Kaka gets the thing, and oh my goodness, what happened bottom?
They got nothing to say. By the way, I guess he tried to go in. He tried to go in because Storm and Bat went out. I feel like Axe and Ursa, if they were quick, they could have perhaps even taken a fight there. There was no Storm, there was no Bat Rider. That was your maybe even the best chance. Now you have to make a buyback. If you want to take this fight, you have to buy back. Let's see.
Well, they're going to try without it. They do buy back now. They get the call out. It's onto Ghost. Ghost is losing a lot of his HP to this Blade Mail. The first life is taken away, but it's only the first one. What do they have planned for the second one? Aether Remnant drags back DY. They are able to kill off the Morana. That opens up space, though, for JT to dive in on top of the Techies. And as Planet loses his life, Xtreme Gaming really contemplating sticking here on the high ground to finish off this laner Axe. Looks like they're going to do it, too.
Yeah, there's no BKB on Ursa, so it's kind of hard to do the same play again. They did take down the Aegis, but now Ghost isn't even approaching the Raxes. By the way, before we go too far away, I just want to commend Oracle, Smile, for having a fantastic play on the left side of the map. When Storm was zipping on top of him, he Fortune Zents himself, and the Orchid gets instantly purged out. So it's one of those plays, like, versus Global Silence that he managed to do. But he only did it even in an even harder situation because Storm is jumping on top of him.
Tower has fallen.
Nice, nice. It's almost like this guy is good enough to win TI.
Yeah, almost. But yeah, that's the reason why even Pathrider was forced to TP to the tier 2 on the left side.
I was actually wondering like where the Bloodthorn did go. I thought maybe he used it elsewhere on the map, but
No.
it's a very good point.
Got purged out immediately, yeah.
What a boss Oracle is. Sadly, those sick pro plays for himself doesn't necessarily change the overall state of the game, as they are still without any map control, 25k gold deficit. Oh boy. Is there anything coming that can change their fortunes here? They're getting a Silver Edge, I see, on Void Spirit, and they want a Basher on Ursa, but I don't know. Maybe this smoke is gonna help them out though.
Well, you saw that last fight. They could still jump the TB and blow him up. So I guess that's the plan. The plan is jump the TB, blow him up, and try not to die with everyone else afterwards.
That seems pretty simple. Nice and straightforward. I like it.
I mean, they do have heroes for it. They have enough control, I would say. The only problem is like how do you reach him? Look, he's always behind, and they smoke up.
And even if you do reach him, he has a Hurricane Pike to help extend some space. Batrider has a 4-staff. They have Yulzes. There's so many things.
Yeah, I think the most important one is coming. It's Timbersaw with the Wind Waker.
Oh no.
That's the one. Like, he doesn't have it yet, but once he has it, I feel like game becomes way too difficult. You need a Nullifier on Ursa. Or on Void Spirit. You need it on someone.
We had an offlane Visage purchasing it at the last series. This time, I don't think New has that kind of gold to make those kind of extravagant purchases. And besides, his team needs his help because a push is incoming from Xtreme Gaming. They're just forcing in all the waves, making sure that there's no space on the map for PSG.LGD to play. And by proxy, this gives you perfect vision over where the opponent is if they're forced to stay in base.
Yeah, just contemplating at this point, right? Do I go get the rune on Paparazzi? It seems like he will get something. Uses that, puts that bottle in inventory. It's a region. It's good for Storm still. This late on, I guess even like Arcane or maybe double damage would be just as good, but you're happy with region, of course. You're a Storm Spirit.
LGD, though, not happy with much right now. This just feels like a very awkward map.
Yeah, they're just stuck.
Well, while you smile, just tanks an arrow in the base. But they don't really have the appetite to jump after him. If Storm had his BKB finished, I think we'd be looking at a dead Oracle. But because he doesn't, Storm's like, I jump there, I get called. Then afterwards, I also could die. It's not worth it.
Not that worth it, yeah. And there's one little imposter, one little techies moving on the other side of the map. Timber instant TP, look at that. And
he's like nothing.
I'm surprised he didn't continue. Is he still trying to catch him? He is, yeah. Because you kind of know, okay, actually Planet just... is he going for neutrals? Is that what he's doing? Or... Yeah, that's it.
What a player.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Getting his team some tokens so they can get to the next level of neutrals. This is some support play that we love to see. It's beautiful.
Unfortunate for
also,
him. Yeah.
Does he have TP? Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah. He moved out with the Glimmer Cape. JT knows, though. JT knows. JT knows.
Longest chase ever. JT doesn't have vision, though. But doesn't need vision. Oh, my God. Used to be a Goblin techies there. But JT makes sure that that's not going to be a truism anymore. Takes him out quite easily. And Lizard, you wanted a nullifier, right?
Yep.
Well, there is a nullifier, but it's on Terrorblade. So maybe not the person you wanted nullifier on.
Yeah, he's just level 20, 6 slotted. He could get a better neutral item. That's it, like some tier 3. Lasso is in.
Last two does get cancelled by the false promise, as Shiro was the first person being dragged in, but now they know that the spell is down, and they know that doesn't have BKB on Axe. As you just have to pop it now to avoid the arrow. Alrighty, this is big news. XG gonna use this opening to start a push. Tier 3 tower will get taken down. And Ghost is already sending illusions to the top side. So they're pushing in 2 lanes simultaneously here, Liz.
Yeah, and you can't even deal with one. You can't even deal with the illusions on top lane, yet alone the Timber and the illusions. Like that one solo illusion killed off your ranged drags on top. The rest, they're taking down mid. This is slow and painful.
They're gonna try and at least get a quick burst onto this Timber Sword. JT is falling low, and JT should end up dead. He doesn't have a cheese in his inventory, so they are able to burst them. Does require quite a lot of investment, but LGD make it happen.
I feel like
they stop themselves from being megged.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done this a little bit earlier. It's just that, yeah, you're looking at this Timber, you know that you should be jumping the TB instead, but you can't get to him, so I guess you're forced to jump the Timber. There are no options.
Big kill for them to find, but still scary place to be in the game. Taser thrown in by Planet, not gonna save his life here. He should end up dead. New did jump in for a call on the back end of the fight, and they did fight Ghost with this one. Blast Off was there, but they throw in some force staffs to get him out of trouble. Fortune's End, though, holds him in place. They really want the Terror Blade. There's gonna be Paparazzi slowing down New. He pops a Satanic on TB, but TB will still end up dead. Why you smile on NCS, ensuring that he has no way out? Okay, 1 pick off turns into 3 on the map, and LGD, if there's any potential set of circumstances they could have needed to bring them back into the game, it's circumstances like that one.
That's like a 5k gold swing almost in one single fight. Oracle just finishing off the TB with Purifying Flames in the end, and rushes up. Like, this is the perfect timing for them. But there's buyback on TB, there's buyback on Bet, he'll be up anyway. Like, he'll go into the spit, but I feel like there's a huge chance we get a repeat. They get punished for it again. Let's see.
Let's see what they've got. They've smoked up on the 3 heroes. They're coming closer to the pit. XG, though, they're too late. LGD, they've got the goodies. Aegis, Cheese, and the Aghanims. And now they want to turn the fight, potentially. Jump in from New. He catches the Timbersaw. And Timbersaw could die here. BKB from Shiro with the blast off to follow this up. He uses to stay alive for now. And Paparazzi running interference on the back edge of the fight. He's able to mop up the Oracle. Timbersaw is still alive as they kill off Planet as well. And now suddenly the guy who got jumped on is making the jumping. New is at least able to catch Paparazzi with his call. But that's only delaying proceedings, not cancelling them. And they will lose the axe. Buyback will emerge from this Oracle. He wants to come and render assistance. Timbersaw eventually gets punished, but he's set up so much. Shiro gets arrowed, but he should still be fine. Kaka has to run away right now because NTS is looking a little bit threatening. Zip in from Paparazzi. They want NTS. But he does get past the cheese, eats it immediately, and jumps back in. And they kill off DY, actually. Lots of damage coming in from the Daedalus. So LGD, at the very end of it, it's a lot, and they have to retreat because the top lane is being shoved in by creeps. But they still get the Aegis, they still kill JT, and they still keep the 2 important cores alive.
Yeah, they bought back only why you smile, right? And they didn't even lose the Aegis, they lost the cheese. So not too terrible for PSG.LGD. I think one of the reasons why this fight went the way it did is they didn't want to buy back on TB. Like, TB was 15 seconds away from respawning, so he's like, yeah, I'm not buying back for this. If he buybacks, that fight is, like, it's just done. Maybe LGD tries to run away and that's it. But still, I feel like the Timbersaw demonstrating Wind Waker and why it's so strong for him. That's the only reason he didn't die. And the way they stack their stuns is incredible. Root stuns on LGD. Everything is pitch perfect. To the purge of Fortune's End. Like, even Fortune's End, root. Right there where it should be against Timber.
When it comes to execution, especially in fights, no one can ever accuse LGD of being derelict. Kaka almost died to a Tormentor, but is allowed to stay alive. This is actually the second time this has happened in this game. There was a Tormentor they stole from LGD down bottom, and it almost killed him. He had to do the same play with the Yules.
Yeah. Just triggering at me, I guess, you know.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But who would imagine it's them pushing? Shiro actually has an Aghanims as well. He might get jumped on here.
They're gonna jump onto Why You Smile first, but they aren't able to kill him off. And now suddenly there's some danger potential. Paparazzi is eventually able to get that kill. And with the BKB covering
lots
him,
of mana on
New's still able to find the call though, and now he's in danger. Paparazzi finally gets the jump away. Kaka got the last two out onto the Axe, and now here comes the Terrorblade, raining in damage onto Axe and Ursa. They remove the first life from the bear. Life number 2 is probably gonna get taken as well. Jump back in though from
Kill the
NTS, and they burst some heroes. DY is gone. So is Paparazzi, and Ursa is going to get
buyback.
shredded to pieces by this Ghost Terrorblade. Despite the successes they found, he's still just too damn strong. Paparazzi buys back as
No
well
buyback.
to
Yeah,
ensure
that's
it's a
GG.
full team wipe, and GG gets called. PSG.LGD throw in the towel. They've lost the game, and we are going to a Game 3 decider.
You know, like sometimes there was this interview that I was watching with a coach in football, like you know him, Mourinho.